Okay. Grand Rising, everyone. So good to be here. Glad you can make it today. My name is Deitra Covington, and we are here with the Health and Wellness Show. And then we are so excited to come before you every Tuesday morning. Not morning, sorry, but every Tuesday. Let's see. And I have two co-hosts, Jacqueline Jones, and I have Mama Raziya Curtis, who will not be joining us today, but just keep her in good thoughts, as she goes through her healing. And it's just good to be here. Glad to have you all. Let's see, and I want to begin by reading our oracle cards. Let's see, it's the African Goddess Rising Oracle card. I'm going to show you a picture of who we're dealing with today, and it's Mbuya Nahanda, which means radical rebirth. I don't know if you can see the card very well. I guess you can. Okay. All right. Now, this is the goddess of radical rebirth. Even saying radical rebirth is something that means something to me, because we're always being reborn, and I love that. And she's from Zimbabwe. She's of the temple of ancestors. She's from the ancestors temple, and she is the element of air, an air element. And I, by being a Libra, I'm an air sign too, so that just connects with me. Okay, Mbuya Nahanda was born around 1840 please be patient with me because I'm trying to speak this, is Shawe Nyakisana channeled a Mahandoro, an ancient royal lion spirit named Nahanda, who has been incarnated by revolutionary Shona women for at least 500 years. Heralded as Mbuya Nahanda, grandmother Nahanda, this great ancestress was a healer who declared war against colonial occupation. So, over time, we know that, a lot of occupations have happened and we had to go against that. We didn't want that, being over us. So it's good to see that she was, she was into, making sure she getting rid of occupation. So that was good. Mbuya Nahanda's guidance is, yes, you can stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise again and again. Let me read that again. Yes, you can stop the struggle. You can choose at any moment to start over and be reborn. Like the sun, you rise again and again. The embodiment for this reading is, dust yourself off, move forward, and go for it again. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback again and again. Release the idea that you messed up. If things aren't perfect, stop waiting to be ready. Make new choices and decisions. And the goddess declaration for today is, still I rise. That gives us hope. It gives me hope. Knowing that even though I did some stupid in my past, I can, rise again and do something different and make a new decision. So does anyone have anything they want to share, that they got from this reading?
Well, I want to definitely, I love this one.
Okay.
You can get stuck in your like the sister shared this morning, that was on.
Right.
You can get stuck in your bad decisions, or in life happening not the way you want it to happen. You can just get stuck there instead of making a change, just a little decision, of let me find out, like, earlier a sister had come on for a different call,
Okay.
and she said she'd been there since 7 o'clock on a different call that we have. And instead of, like, if I'm sitting somewhere for 15 minutes, I'm going to call the person and say, where are
Right.
you?
Right, right,
Instead, she chose to blame it on somebody else because
right,
she sat there for a whole hour on a different call.
right.
So instead of making and starting all over, I want to, she wants to sit in it until a
Right.
conversation can be had. And so what you're doing is giving someone else the power of your wonderful day. So I'm gonna
Right.
sit in this stuff, I'm gonna stew in this until where you can just start all over. And in any
Yes.
moment
Yes.
in our lives, we can choose. And we do choose. We either choose to stay in the mess, or we choose to change it.
Yes.
And it starts from the mind.
It does. It really does.
It starts from forgiveness. It starts from change your mind.
That's right. That's right. So true.
Yeah. So I love this because in every moment we are making choices. Every moment,
Every moment.
every conversation. You can be in a conversation that's wonderful, and somebody can say something, walk in the house or something, and just change your whole mood.
Yeah.
If you allow it, or you can change whatever their mood is by just making the right decision.
That's right. That's right. Yes.
And
Thank you.
being negative never is a right decision. It never is a right, because you can't, what do you get out of being negative?
Right.
More negative until you change and make it something and dissolve that and become powerful. But wherever we are in our lives, every moment, not every day, not just every day, but every moment, in any moment, you can change that, switch that, and say no more. We're going to do it like this.
Exactly.
Even though that is a process, but just but it starts with the mind and starting over. Let's just start all over. You know how you can be in a relationship, or you can be in a conversation with somebody and you see it going bad,
Right.
well, hold on. Let's start all over.
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
I'm Sheila.
Right. Right. Exactly.
I'm Sheila. Listen, who are you? And just start all over. And I think if we have that in our mind, let me start over. I mean, you could be doing art. I know, Mama Evelyn, we start doing some art and it just is not working out. Say, you know what, let me just start all over.
Right.
This is
Right.
not, so that's what I really get out of this. It's the ebb and flow, it's the ups and downs, it's the hills
Yes.
and the valleys and stuff is of life. And that's
We
just
all go through it. We all go through it. Yeah.
It's amazing how this subject comes up today when yesterday I was sitting here and all of a sudden I heard my daughter like get loud and cussing DTE out because she had gotten into a program that paid for the rearage that had been going on for years because she was unable to catch up. But then their system messed up and now she's $1,000 in the rearage again. And it's their fault because the correspondence on her end said something totally different. So she was hot. And I got hot with her for a minute because she gave the phone to me. And then I took a deep breath and I said, ma'am, I know it's not you.
Right.
And you know what? It's going to be okay. It's going to be
Good.
okay. DTE going to do what they do, and I'm going to do what I do, which
Okay,
is
okay.
let this go. I'm going to let this go. We're going to reset this, and we will deal.
Oh, good, good.
So that yeah, today's reading comes into play with that situation.
Okay.
And with
all
all
right.
situations, coming up, okay, this is not the way I perceive it to be. I'm going to take a deep breath, and we're going to do
Yes.
this. So
And it does help. Oh my goodness.
it
It's
does.
like, oh, okay. I don't have to be distressed or something, no.
Right.
Mm-mm. Is there anybody else want to make a comment?
Well, let me say that I think, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think that everything that you said is very accurate, and it's very timely too, because the world seems to be moving in this direction currently. Well, it seems to be splitting, but at the same time, it seems to be moving in this direction that people understand that it is their attitudes and their choices that that drive is the determining factor in their lives.
Mhm.
And that's a very accurate statement. And personally, I take responsibility for everything. That's the reason why I agree with the young lady who was just talking about DTE. No, I barely get upset about anything because I always look, to myself and ask myself, how did I manage to do this, that, and the other, and then I strive to basically keep my mental state and my focus positive and stable enough that that my life follows in that pattern, because everything starts in the mind, but it ends in the body. I mean, the body and the physical follow the mind. So if you let somebody come and upset you, then that person was basically upset ultimately your physical presence as well. So that's a pretty accurate and timely reading that you gave, and I agree with it 1,000%.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anyone else?
I'll say something. So, I agree with somebody was talking about the art and how that when you're doing art, restart. When I'm making videos and doing things of that nature, I'll have a video that. Oh, you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'll have a video that isn't quite right, and there's no way editing will fix it. So I'll be in my editing program trying to do everything I can to make it the best video. But I'm like, all right, let me just re-record this. Let me start all over, and really just restart. And
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Okay. Okay, good. I would like to say, grand rising to Kim Madison. I'm so glad to see her here. We had a nice, lovely conversation the other day. She's going to be one of our presenters coming up. I believe it's next month. But I'm glad she's here. Grand rising, Kim. I don't know if she's at her.
No, I'm here. Grand
Oh.
Rising, ladies. I'm so honored to be a part of your organization. I'm looking forward to the future to see what's gonna for the grand rising of the adventures of this organization. And I'm
Yes.
so delighted. I am very, very delighted.
Oh, good. We're glad to have you. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, well, if you can stay and enjoy what we get to share today. Let's see. Oh, okay, we have Miss Ebony. Tiffany.
Hi, Grand Rising Elizabeth. I just wanted to ask what was the carpool? I came like right after you started reading.
Okay, hold on. Today was Mbuya. I don't know if you can see it, but it's Mbuya Nahan,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
and
All right.
she's a goddess of radical rebirth. So what
Okay.
we talked about was that, you know, even though in the past you can make mistakes or made bad decisions, that it can be you can redo things. You can make new choices today.
Okay, that's a beautiful picture. And happy belated birthday, Sister Deitra.
That's funny you say that because my birthday actual is September 26th. But you know what? For Facebook, I know you got it off Facebook. I put it under my dad's birthday, which is January 29th. So yeah, I just do it that way. But thank you, honey. Thank you.
Well, happy birthday to your dad.
Yes, yes, yes. That's right. But thank you. And thank you for sharing. And one of the declarations for this card today is still I rise. So even though you might be down, you can still get back up. Don't worry, you can get back up. You can make that choice to get back up.
Mhm.
All righty, all righty. Okay, well, I'm going to introduce our presenter today, Mr. Bernard Porter. He has a special place in my life. He is actually, well, I ain't gonna even say all that, but anyway, you know, with him, I was able to go through a very great learning experience. I learned a lot about Deitra through this man right here, and I appreciate that. Because one thing is too, we had a partnership where I gained two beautiful children. He's the father of my two boys, and they are the love of my life. So I thank Bernard Porter for that. This is an intelligent young man. He started a beneficial company that he will share more information about, and I am proud to present him today. So I'm going to turn it over to Bernard.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that wonderful intro and those kind words that you said about me. I really appreciate it.
Welcome, Bernard. Welcome.
You know, in keeping with the theme, Mbuye, you know, a lot of times when we have, you know, when we start a company or we embark on something like this, it doesn't really end up like it started, you know, at least not in the same form. And the theme is radical rebirth. And well, I guess the point that I'm making is that when I started this company, it's taken several incarnations over time, because I started this company back in 2008. So it's been around for over 15 years. And you know, probably closer, let me see, 2008, 2018, 2021. Basically, you know, like 16 years or so. And so the point is that but over time, it's morphed from one thing to the other, because you know, based off of necessity. But the most important thing is it's about in its final form now. And here's how I can accurately make that prediction. It's because when you start out and when you end up where you started from all over again, then you know that was where you belong to begin with. Okay, so Star Associates is the name of my company. It's spelled with two X's, by the way. I'll let me see if I can. Okay, they disabled screen sharing. That's okay. I'll it's spelled with 2 X's. Okay, XXTAR. It sound, but it's everyone asks me, well, how do you pronounce that? Well, if you have the letter X, you know, I always ask people, say, well, how do you pronounce X? And then they make the sound that the letter X makes, and it basically sounds a lot like an S. So the company is called Star Associates. Okay, now the reason why I did this is because I tie all my companies together with the suffix star. Okay, and when Star Associates first started, I was running it as a trucking company, and so I ran the company under the trade name Truckstar. And my personal expertise is in computers, and so I ran the computer division under the name Techstar. And you might be picking up on the pattern as to how I do this now, but the important thing is that Star Associates is a technical company, and what we do is we strive to do technical solutions to common problems that we may have, and to use technology in order to improve our situation. That's basically what Star Associates is all about. Now, that being said, I wanted to just give a little bit more history about the company.
Bernard,
Can you hear me?
yeah, excuse me, but is the share, is that working?
Oh, let me try it again. Here. It says it's disabled.
Okay,
Hello.
it is able, because I can take it off and then start it again, see if it clears.
Okay, because what I did was I rebooted my computer, so that might have reset it. So if you do it now, I might be able to gain the privilege back.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah. So what I was saying was that the company was started in 2008, and so what we do for the most part is we specialize in what's called RFID and smart card technology. You probably have all heard of smart cards. Pretty much all the credit cards and debit cards you have in your wallet now are technically smart cards, because they have like a little computer chip on it that can be used for lots of different purposes. So those are considered smart cards. Okay, I can share my screen now. Let me see. I'll show you this. And that image share. F5.
Okay,
Can everyone see this?
yes.
Okay. So yeah. So what we do is we specialize in RFID and smart card technology. A little bit more about me. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I have a degree in engineering from the University of Illinois, Champaign. And you know, I'm very proud of that school, because you know, it was a nightmare getting out of there, but but it is what it is. You know, it's such a good school. It's opened a lot of doors for me, and not to mention, it's gotten me to the point where I am right now, and I can manage this technical company and have no issues with it whatsoever. So that being said, I was speaking before about the brand of Star Associates, and if you notice, I've listed 4 of my brands here. You know, CardStar, MedStar, StarBright, and StarMark. And each one of these incarnations does different things, and they're geared in different directions. CardStar is basically the incarnation that deals mainly with smart cards. And as I said before, RFID, which I'll get to in a minute if you don't know what that is. RFID is basically the core that kind of binds everything together. And so you see that there's MedStar over here. Star Associates is actually listed partially as a medical company. And the reason why is because if you've ever been to a medical facility or a hospital, the wristbands that they give you at this point are RFID wristbands, okay? And they have your name and everything typed on it, but it's a lot more than that. There's some technology in that wristband that allows them to interact with that wristband and get data off of it far beyond reading it with your eyeballs. So MedStar is the incarnation that I use to deal with hospitals and the medical industry. StarMark is my B2C division, which basically where I interface with not companies but just individuals, and they can purchase some of the products that we have that are mainly just for people, and they're not restricted in any way. I guess I should mention that I think I mentioned that CardStar makes credit cards, and I'm probably the only Black company that makes credit cards in I would probably say in the whole country, but certainly in the Midwest and in the North, because at least the banks have told me that they don't know of any other one. So until I find another one, I'm pretty much the only game in town. But you can probably guess I can't sell credit cards to anybody but banks. So ultimately, I have the consumer division, StarMark, so that I can sell novelty cards to people who want or need different things that don't have any restrictions placed upon them. So it's going to take a minute to talk about the technology that we use. We do dye sublimation printing, and what that basically means is it's a process by which the ink gets sublimated or put one layer under the surface, and it makes things very, very durable, so that they last a very, very long time. If you've had a credit card that was printed in this way, it's very hard to scratch it or get or to damage it, so that to the point where it needs to be replaced. And so it's a very robust printing technology, and that's what I used in order to make my credit cards. We do embossing. The old credit cards, you might remember, used to have raised letters on them, and they used to be embossed like maybe your old American Express card. We do full production embossing. We can do we can do pretty much any one of these processes at the rate of about 1 every 10 seconds. So it's about 6 a minute, or 400 to 450 an hour. So that's full production speed, and it meets the requirements of not being a hobbyist. That's in the realm of professional production quality, speed. The last thing we do, the third thing we do, is laser engraving, and we have a fiber laser, and that can just as you see here can engrave metal and stainless steel, copper, pretty much any incarnation of metal. We can do laser engraving on. This is just in keeping with our high tech abilities. This is something that we do, and you'll see some of the products that we produce in a minute. And we've already spoken about RFID, but if you can see this right here, RFID is the technology that allows you to take your credit card and just tap it and pay somewhere. Or if you've ever had a job in a high secure area, they may have given you a badge or a card, and you just tap it, and then it would allow you access to a building. That's called RFID, which just means radio frequency ID. The card has a chip in it that is tuned to a specific frequency, and it can grant you access based off of whether or not the administrators want you to have access to that particular building, spot, or area, or at the same time the access can be taken from you or partially restricted. So this is what one of the things that RFID is good for, but it's very, very common. Now the products that we make, we make ID cards for any purpose. Actually, we've done it for small to mid-sized companies that don't have the ability to make their own identification cards. We do it for Detroit Public Schools and many smaller companies that do things like credential people for CCW to carry a concealed weapon, or for loyalty programs. As you can see here, we do access cards, and we do hotel key cards. This, what you see right here, is an event wristband. So if you ever want to have an event, you can, if it's a big event, what you do is you give everybody wristbands, and then they gain access to whatever meetings or segments of the event through having this wristband. It basically is done all electronically. We do decals. We do military dog tags. This is one of our more popular things. We support veterans organizations, and in Wayne County, I guess we're listed as the official Wayne County dog tag supplier. So we manufacture military spec dog tags, and this is for these can be for novelty purposes or to replicate the actual dog tags that a person had when they were in the military. So lastly, in this area, we make medical alert tags, and I have one right here, but once I flip the camera back on, I'll show it to you. We make medical alert tags that speak for you in the event that you have some sort of a medical condition and can't speak for yourself. Medical professionals are trained to look for this red medical alert symbol, and if a person is passed out or they can't speak, they look at that, and it has whatever emergency information on it that they may need to know in order to save your life. So these are life-saving devices. They're not simply novelties. They can actually save your life. And one of my clients has a terrible allergy to epinephrine. She didn't have one of my medical alert tags at the time, and she had a seizure, and they immediately came and administered epinephrine, for which she's terribly allergic to it, and it almost killed her. So so I made her a special tag that basically said, in case of emergency, do not don't administer anything, and call us a specific number so that that situation never happens again. So excuse me, but so our medical alert tags definitely save lives, and this is something that we have that we're doing for the city of Detroit, and we're working toward getting it done citywide. Third set of products that we have bereavement items, and these are usually they're lasered, but if you can see these are actually urns, Okay, and they contain the ashes of your loved one or your pet. You're able to keep the ashes right with you in one of these little urns, and they come in different flavors, shall we say. Some are for guys and some are for girls, but we have lots of different kinds of these. And this is another incarnation of pendant that we have. This particular woman, this was one I did for this young lady. She was a doctor. She was only 30 years old. She passed away, and her mother was very distraught. So I made her this with her information on the back of it and her picture on the front of it, and I gave it a pink a pink silencer because that was her favorite color. Let's see. We also do, because we can't make credit cards for the general public, what we can do is we do make gift cards. And if you can see this right here, this is a custom made gift card, and it has the logo of the organization on it that requested that I make it. And because it was paid for by this other organization, they got these cards in a form that said who was sponsored by. So sometimes if you decide you want to do a fundraiser or something like that, you can do your own custom gift cards. This particular one was an Amazon gift card, and so it came packaged. And as you can see, this young lady over here was one of the recipients of the card, and she's pretty happy that she got it. It was a Christmas gift that she got. Another thing that we do is credentialing, and I'll show you down here. If you can see this, you can see this young lady right here. This young lady, she won her election for judge just this past November, and so she had an event, and when she was being sworn in for judge, I produced all the credentials for all the justices and people who were on the stage, and all the people who swore her in for her entire family. So she was pretty happy about that, because that's a keepsake that she gets to keep for the rest of her life. And you might see over here as well that I made some cards for a young lady who was in Alpha Kappa Alpha, and that's a sorority, a Black sorority, and she actually had them made for her for like her entire chapter. So we once we captured it, everyone got their new membership cards, and this is what they looked like. So the as you can see, these are the things that we do for consumers, and that's what is under the Star Mark banner. So we have a pretty wide range of things. As you can see right here, see this young guy right here? His name is DeMarco Estes Jr. What he's holding is his little diploma. He graduated from kindergarten, and I ran into him at the school, and I said, "What's your name, young man?" And he said, "My name is DeMarco." And I said, "DeMarco Estes?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "DeMarco Estes Jr." I said, "I have something for you." And I said, "Can you read?" And he said, "No." And so I said, "Okay, well, this has your name on it." And so I said, "Here, you can hold it up. This is for you." I said, "I'm gonna take a picture of you." So I snapped a picture of this young man. That's his diploma from kindergarten. And I did this for the entire kindergarten class, and the entire 6th grade class got these at Bagley Elementary School last year. And they're gonna have again this year.
That's nice.
As you can see, I did IDs for the Retired Police Officers Association as well. So there's an infinite number of applications for this, and people absolutely love them. These are our partners. Not that these actually mean anything to you, but these are the companies that I partner with in order to be able to make this stuff. These are typically the technology that I use to do this manufacturing. So these are it's pretty high tech, and And like I said, I'm pretty much the only game in town as far as doing this this tech piece for banks and that type of thing. So any type of stuff that would be needed in this area, it would all point to Star Associates. Some of our most notable clients, as you can see, are City of Detroit, the City of Detroit proper, Detroit Public Schools, as I was mentioning before, and the Detroit Health Department. All three of those I've supplied with different things that were necessary for them, and this particular funeral home I've partnered with in order to provide some of the products that I mentioned earlier. The Star Associates, it has 5 different certifications, actually 7, but 3 of them are Detroit. So, but we're National Minority Supplier Development Council, Michigan Minority Supplier Development Council, DBE, which just means we're MDOT certified, and Detroit-based business because we're based in Detroit and Northwest Activity Center, and we're listed as a minority-owned business as well for in the city of Detroit. So hopefully you have a good understanding of what it is that we do, and maybe some ideas might have popped into your head as far as how you may be able to utilize the technology for yourself. And so I'm always available to you if you have any ideas or anything that you think that you might want to try and create. And you can always ask me if I didn't touch on anything that piqued your interest. But this is basically what Star Associates does. And let me close this right here.
Okay, thank you so much, Bernard. Is there any way people can reach out to you or get more information online or?
Yeah, if I will put in the chat box, the website you can go to.
Okay.
And it's xxtar.com. It'll redirect to starmark.com, but it'll show you all the different types of things that we do, and then some, because there's stuff I didn't even talk about,
Okay, right. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, or not, but I don't want to bore you guys. How do I stop? Oh, there it is. Stop share. Okay. All right. So, and lastly, this is a medical alert tag, with information on the back of it. But this is what it looks like. It's red by design because that's what medical professionals are trained to look for. So this can be worn around the neck. It can be worn on the wrist, or in one case, a young lady mentioned that her son was autistic, and she said if he can't wear it around his neck or on his wrist because he'd take it off, and so I had to design it to go on his shoelaces. So there's lots of different ways to skin a cat. So sorry, frickin' frag. Sorry about that. But yeah. So if you guys have any questions, I'll put my information in there. Or if you have any questions for me right now, I'm all ears.
Evelyn?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. The engraving piqued my interest. Because I do classes where I facilitate the making of spirit dolls.
Mhm.
And what I have browsing the internet come across is a lady on Etsy that does these little charms. I don't know if you can see it.
Second.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Okay. And I acquire sayings. I love inspirational sayings and sayings that, just for instance, my earrings say, do not judge my story by the chapter you walked in on. So, so I love stuff like that. And so I like to provide it with the kits. So do you do things like this? Because I would like them just a little bigger. She doesn't provide them much bigger than this. And because sometimes the sayings can be kind of wordy, but they're relevant, you know. So I was just wondering, do you do that sort of thing?
Yes, I can do that.
Oh, okay.
It would need actually I can make it small. I mean, but the point is that or I can make put it on a bigger surface.
Yeah, just a bigger, these are stainless steel blanks.
Mhm.
So I like that. I like that quality stainless steel, you
Mhm.
know, and yeah, I would like them to be a little bigger. So,
The information right now.
okay.
Which engineering discipline? Somebody asked me. Mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering. There we go. Yeah. So does anyone else have any questions for me?
Star?
I have a question. You may have touched on it and I missed it. So your Star Bright brand, I don't remember hearing you say what that was.
Oh, Starbright. Starbright was my paper brand. I had my own brand of paper, and I was pushing it, but when we had supply chain issues, it got to be a massive problem to import because paper is very dense and it's heavy. So just like what we were talking about retooling and being reborn, I had to modify Starbright in order to to keep it viable, shall we say. So I've modified it to do some electronics stuff, but that's what Starbright was. Originally it was paper.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any more questions? Ask the question.
Everybody.
There's a question in the chat.
It says, I'm sure you don't do this all by yourself. I have people that I work with, to do certain things for me, because the only thing that I don't like to do is design, because I'm more of a builder. It's more like the difference between someone who you give a set of blueprints to and they build something versus somebody who designed something. So you might have seen some of those card designs. Well, I prefer to have someone else do that. So the point is I have about 4 people that I work with. So to answer your question.
Even the production stuff.
And my wonderful son who helps me with with marketing.
So
Yeah,
the production of everything is only 4 people.
Yes, well, the good news is that a lot of it is the production and setup of my machines, and so I know how to do all that stuff, and so I can do that, and then my machines are pretty reliable, so I can set them, and once I have all this stuff programmed up, I can set it in, and then I can just just monitor its progress.
Okay, there's another question out there. Do you make digital business cards?
Oh, digital business cards. Yes, actually, I kind of made one for you.
Right, you sure did.
I made one for you with QR codes on it, and yes, those can be made with RFID chips as well. So the short answer is yes. Let's see.
You're located in the Northwest Activity Center?
Yes, I'm located in Northwest Activity Center. Now the company's not forward facing, but yes, that's where my headquarters is.
Mhm. Cool. That's cool.
Okay, Bernard, you were gonna put something in chat, your
I think I did, didn't I?
contact, did you?
I think I
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
typed it out. Hang on a second. Wait a minute, that's crazy. I'll do it again. HTTPS. Yeah, do you see it now?
Oh, I don't know why. Do you see it, Mama Evelyn?
I see. It says direct message. Okay. So it has to go to everyone. I get it. I'm sorry.
Yes, okay,
Okay.
that, yeah.
Try it.
Ah, yes, see it now.
Okay, and then let me see, phone 21-262-6700. There we go.
Cool.
Let me see something here. Is my oldest boy on this call?
You know, I didn't see him yet. Oh, there he is, Art. Yes, he is. He is.
Okay.
Can you say hi, Bernard?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? We up.
That's great. That's great.
It's always good to see the boys.
Good to see you too.
Yeah.
What do you do? For both your sons, what do you guys do?
Bernard, what do you do, Bernard?
So I'm an H&R Block associate, customer service associate. So I just take calls for H&R Block.
And what's your passion? What do you want to do all your life? Or at least some of your life? Your passion and your purpose for both of you.
I'm still figuring that out. I think I want to do something with like cars. I like cars a lot.
Okay. Like in fixing cars, creating, designing.
Like designing, like wraps, everything.
What was the last thing you said?
I said like car wraps, like paint jobs, like when cars get paint jobs.
Yeah.
Custom
They
paint.
can also be like wrapped to a certain design.
It's called wraps.
Wrapping, yeah.
Wrapping.
Yeah, it's what it's like. It's like putting a huge sticker on the car. It's like applying a big huge sticker. The ultimate effect of it is almost like a paint job.
Yeah. With design.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool.
And,
So are you an artist where you design it, or you'll be working with a partner or something that designs, is the artist that creates it, and then you facilitate putting it all together?
Yes, it's like a giant printer. They can print out the paper for it. And so that would be really cool to have and apply that to the cars.
Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds like what was that show where they transform the car and make it real cool? What's the name of that show? I know you know that show.
It was like a pimp a car or something.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
Okay, there's a question there. Which son is the streamer you mentioned? And that's Breland.
I can take over from you. Yeah, so my name is Breland. I do YouTube streaming, Twitch streaming. I also I edit my videos. I design thumbnails. Well, I just design, you can call it pictures. And I also do marketing. So it's a combination of everything. But yeah, that's my passion is definitely in the online space. I do a little bit of web design as well. So those are all my, you just say, specialties. And but mainly I started out as a video maker, content creator, and also entertainer. So I can talk a lot as well. So those are my mom says that a lot. I talk a lot,
You do.
but yeah. So that's my passion, purpose. You could say is just entertaining and creating.
Can you do, are you doing that for others? Do you hire yourself out?
Yes, I work for my dad in certain instances as well. I also I've made videos for other people, but it's getting to a point where I hire my own like editors and things like that when I'm getting too busy doing my own stuff. So I don't hire myself out as much, but to people who reach out and they want it, I definitely would do it, like my father.
And his mother.
Yeah, and my mom as well. But ultimately, I do better when I do it for myself, and so I don't really have to, unless like I said, my father or my mother, unless they need it, I typically do it on my own, and I make my living for I don't need to hire myself out for that to make a living, if you know what I mean. I can do it on my own and with my own YouTube channel, my own my own websites, things like that. So,
Okay, cool. Evelyn?
good question.
Yeah, is your name Freeland?
Oh,
Bree-
Breland, BRELI.
Oh, Breland.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Breland. I am delving into I have done a couple of Zoom classes where I've taught, the doll making. And what I would love to do is I have this set up over my desk with PVC pipe where I could hang my my phone. And I want a camera. I just want a camera that I can, see what I'm recording or teaching on my computer, and also illuminate my table. And I just want something I can come and sit and say, oh, I just want to, show somebody how I do my ear wire. And I don't want to compromise or take up the time on my phone all the time. So
yeah, understand.
is there a camera under, say, $200 that I could do that with?
All under $200.
Under $200. I know some camera. So you just want to be able to have it set up already, and then you can just click record and start.
Yes.
Most cameras are pretty pricey, but
Okay.
I could refer you to a camera. Well, it depends on what you want to do, but I can refer you to a camera that's they're around. I'd have to look for something that under 200, but I have a camera that's around. I pay around 500 for it, but it's a small camera. It's pretty nice. You can definitely do that with it. But yeah, I have to look into that. Most cameras are pretty pricey.
Yeah.
But
I was looking into the GoPro. I was looking into those, but they are, the GoPro, but they're really $600-700.
Oh yeah, no, those are up there.
Yeah. They look like really easy.
Yeah, for your situation, I don't think a GoPro is more for like doing that how they advertise it is going out like snowboarding and doing a bunch of crazy adventures.
Well, yeah.
You could find something. Yeah, you could find something that they could maybe even, I don't know if you want to have it connected to your computer, but you could buy a high quality webcam that could.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, they could do the same thing without having.
Really?
Yeah, I could.
A webcam. Okay.
Yeah, and that would be under 200.
That would.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can look into that for you for sure.
I would appreciate that. Yeah, a webcam. I do have an old one. I'm not sure whether, because a girlfriend gave me one Logitech, but it's old, and I don't know whether it would go with this newer Mac. So we're like well over 10 years old. So
yeah, you got to update. 10 years. They change within a year now. My goodness, every time you turn around, there's a new one and it, and it needs to match the old one and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank
Okay,
you,
Miss
Breland.
Ebony.
That really helps because webcam, that would be great.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll reach out. I'll reach out for you with that.
Thank you.
Of course.
Ebony?
I have a question for Braylon. Is it
Breland.
Breland.
Breland?
Yes.
Do you offer mentoring teenage son about 15 that constantly says he's interested in streaming and he should be doing it right. So I'm not worried about him wasting his time just playing video.
Okay, you said you have you said you have a son?
Yes, 15, and he's
15.
adamant about being the streaming.
Okay, yeah, I do. I help people online with like I mentor people online, so I could definitely. I mean, I don't know where you're located, but I could definitely do some sort of mentoring for them, and yeah, that would be nice. I've been doing it.
River Rouge.
Okay, yeah, you're in the Detroit area. Yeah, I've been doing content creating for over 6 years, so I know everything about from the streaming to the content creating to the editing. So yeah, I could definitely mentor, and I could have my mom reach out, and we could work something out, because every kid should be, if they're playing video games, they should definitely be monetizing themselves, and it's just a good way to make money or build a name for yourself, build a brand. I've been doing it since I was
14.
I've been doing it since I was since I started when I was 12, and I
Oh my goodness.
built up. Thank you. But I built up over 300,000 followers on all my platforms.
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah, I like to put my grandson in on that too, because he's 11 and he's yeah. I see why you call them frickin' frack.
They are adorable. Yes. Thank you. I do have a question for Art, and but, in a second, I want to tell you, well, both of you, because you might, and all of you, let me just say all of you, but in particular, Breland, there's a friend of mine they have a big program. They've got a lot of funding in for after school programs.
Okay.
And and this is after school. So you're talking, all the ages, all the way up to 18.
Yes.
And for 2 hours, either 3 days or 4 days a week, they will pay you $60 an hour.
Okay.
To teach these young people. And with what you're doing, it's either 4 to 6 or 5 to 7.
Okay.
That you're doing, you could go in and teach these young people how to, because they already know about the internet. I mean, and all of that stuff. They're doing it anyway.
Yeah, it's like second nature. Yeah.
Yeah, and you being able to focus them on something that they can begin making money now, because they probably just don't know how to make that money, and or how to professionalize what they're doing.
Exactly.
That's easy money for you.
Yeah.
Like, say you're already doing it, and I can put you in contact with Maji and tell him what your program is. They're starting, they want to start next week. Let me see, next week, like the 6th, which is Monday. And you talk to him and tell him what your program is and stuff, and see what can happen, what you can create with that.
Okay, for sure.
Like after school, continuous, they'll do 19 weeks, and then they take 2 weeks off in June. Then they start back up before the summer, and then they start back up in September to June. So as long as I think that would be great.
That sounds like something I'd be interested in.
Mm-hmm. And Art, I would like to ask a question of you with the like, can you create, I don't know where you are in the car thing, but could you create something that I could put on my car artistically about any of my businesses?
Oh,
Can you do that now?
so you're looking to put like your business name on your car? Or-
Yeah, or something, but something really cool, real artsy and stuff to bring attention to any of the businesses. Let's say Elizabeth, let's say Grand Rising Elizabeth, you know, really cool, really sharp. And, you know, you and your dad come up with something that I can put on. I don't know if your dad is involved with that part, the artistic part. Is that, do you do the artistic part or the implementation? If I'm right about what I'm asking.
Well, let me ask you this. You want something that's temporary or permanent?
Oh,
And when I say,
good question.
I mean, like if you have I don't know, you might be driving a Lincoln, you know, Mach 5 or whatever, and you know, and you might just want something on it, you know, like when you go into an event, and it has, you know, whatever business you have on there, and then it's magnetic, and then it comes off, and then you put it in the trunk until you go to the next event. Is that what you, or did you want something permanent?
Can you do both?
Well, I mean, yeah. It's just a little bit, it's just different implementation, that's all.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you know, so I mean, but something permanent is usually it's
Painted on. It's a painted on the body,
we're
right?
not talking about, it's more like a wrap, you know, if it's permanent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've also seen like window stickers where you can just like get a sticker put on your window of the name of your company or different things like that.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Yes, you just have to order. I just order the stickers.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
You know, there was something I forgot to mention, and it may seem like it's off topic right now, but I it was listed there, and I completely forgot to mention it. But this, for people who I just wanted you all to know that for people who are environmentally conscious, is anybody environmentally conscious? Okay, there's one.
I
Three.
do the best I can.
Okay. All right. For people who are environmentally conscious, I don't know if you understand the concept of carbon footprints and all that other stuff, right? But it would not apply to this. This is something that does not apply to individuals, but it applies to companies. So if you work for, are connected to, or are affected by a company that is polluting a lot, then I have what are called carbon credits that basically offset that the company may or may not need, but you more than likely would need if they pollute, that to offset their carbon emissions and help keep help to keep the environment stable. So in a nutshell, what it means is just that that companies that pollute, the EPA puts limits on how much pollution they can put out, and if they go beyond those limits, they have to do something to make it right. That's what it means. And so I have I have the goods to help them make it right, shall we say. So if the term carbon credits, you know, comes up in your life, you know, only thing you need to remember is that Star Associates has carbon credits that we market for the purpose of offsetting carbon emissions. So just I'll put that in the chat too.
Okay, wow, we have really expanded the conversation. This is good.
Mhm.
Yeah, is there any more comments, questions?
Mm.
No, I just thank you guys for having me talk as well. You know, I didn't want to steal the show from my dad, but I appreciate
That's why we have our young people. That's why we have our children, so they can steal the show from us.
That's right, that's right. So true. Ebony, did you want to say something? I saw your hand raised a while back.
Oh yeah, I just want to piggyback off of what Queen Aduna said. I just wrote a grant that was approved funding for a nonprofit in Detroit that's looking for help
Congratulations.
for after school programs. Yeah, so I'm a certified grant writer, but I'm becoming like spreading it out there now.
Oh, good, Ebony.
So yeah, so a few friends of mine I've been like practicing on, but they've got approved. And I want them to know what to do with it. And I want to provide them with the adequate resources on how to make sure it's ran the proper way with the proper certified instructors or people that can help, like workers. So yeah, I would love to introduce your family to the nonprofit group and see if you guys could work together with them.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sister Deitra called me.
Okay, I will. Bernard, you want to share something?
No, I was just saying that sounds really good. The Centerline school district had they were at an event that I was at, and they said kind of a similar thing. They asked me would I come in and teach their kids about engineering, and I said sure. I mean, on a like kind of like it in the same way that we're discussing here, and I said sure. So yeah, that's always a cool thing to do if if the opportunity arises, and perhaps I can even use Ebony's services if as far as because the medical alert tags that I have are they're popular, but I have to set up a nonprofit, Star Foundation, in order to fund it, because mainly the people who are my clients are elderly people who don't want to pay for this stuff, and they rightfully shouldn't have to. They rightfully shouldn't have to. The government should basically pay for it for them, because it's it's a life-saving device, and it's basically necessary, and it's relatively cheap. So they ought to pay for it. They shouldn't stick them with the bill. So the point is that I was going to set up a nonprofit to do that. So perhaps I can use your services.
Yes, please get my information from Deitra. I am also in the process of setting up a nonprofit for the group me and Deitra sit on as well, the Just Transition Committee for Environmental Justice. So I might as well add that to the list. I don't mind.
Right. That's a leader in you. You are a leader.
Well, I'll definitely be calling on you. Definitely. I did put Maji's phone number in there for any of you sisters and brothers that want to call. His name is Maji. His new name is Chief Greyhawk from the Indian Nations. So call that. Mama Evelyn, their art, you can bring an art program in there. And definitely, Bernard, what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. They already have. And like I said, they're paying $60 an hour. And that would be great.
Okay.
for sure.
You
You have the information?
Yeah, right here.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing, Queen.
It's my pleasure.
Right. Well, okay. If that's all the questions for Bernard, I think Bernard, you covered everything you wanted to, which was great, wonderful. Thank you for getting up early and showing up. Oh, this is good. And I really appreciate you all for coming.
Yeah, it
But
was
you know,
great fun.
I'm sorry.
I said it was great meeting everyone.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, nice to meet you all.
Again, huh?
Yeah, second time. New people here though. So.
Okay, Queen. Let's see.
Where do we go from here?
I know. And it's good. I just want to share this. Good to see my son Bernard. He's actually in Georgia. So he's not in Detroit, he's in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
So it's good to see him. It's good to have both of them, you know, in my life right in this moment, you know, in whatever way they coming.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And again, I love to see when families, even after separation, divorce, that they still are in their children's life and in each other's life.
Yes, yes, yes.
I never married Fame's father, but Fame, when I met Philip, he was 1 year old, and both of them are musicians. He's a bass player and he's a keyboard. Philip is a keyboard player. And, you know, people would get confused because when Christmas came, Guy would come and spend the night so he could wake up and be with his son.
Yeah, right.
No problem. They play together and all that kind of stuff. So when families can still be together,
Yes.
interact, that's a godsend, right?
Yes, I feel that.
So you young men, you are blessed to have that relationship around you.
Yes.
Of course.
100%. And you guys did a good job. You know, they're handsome, they're married.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
In public, they're good. They have good manners in public. I don't know what they.
Yeah.
But knowing you, Deitra, I know you're right on top of that. So we are so privileged to have the two of you on here, and you, Bernard, definitely.
Thank you.
Yes. It's good to be here. And thank you all for coming and showing up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Every day.
I've got to get over here to the office. So, boys, Daddy, I'll see you later. Everyone else.
Okay.
Pleasure meeting
Have a
you.
wonderful day.
If you need me, you have my contact information. Or I'm 24 hours a day. You can email me, call me, whatever. Okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Listen.
Thank you, Bernard.
Thank you.
All right. Ebony, we'll talk to you soon. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Good to
Bye, Bernard. Bye, Brady.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
So switch, Ebony. Now that you have opened up some things,
Yes.
tell us about what's needed for a successful grant. You know, what information will you need for any of us from us?
Yeah, that's a good
in
question.
order
I
to,
love this, guys, because this was why I was up at 3 last night. This is why I was up writing this down. And then look at that. Look at that. Okay. So you want to know the funds they count. You want to know what funds are needed to fund your business. So think about itemizing your business of costs, like what are you spending your bulk of your budget on? What is your turnaround revenue with your money?
tell me what that means. Tell me what that means. Turnaround revenue.
That'll be your turnaround revenue for your company. It's like your annual income. Hold on, ladies. Hold on. Sorry, I'm at work. Hi, Miss Mina, how are you? So you would like to know your monthly budget or your monthly spending revenue. You would like to know if you offer programs for your business. You want to know, you need it written out what your program looks like, how much it costs to fund that each particular program,
Mhm.
and how long or its expectancy. I actually have a grant template that I use from when I wrote a grant to DTE. I just took all my information out and left like the bold bullet points and the explanations. You're gonna need a mission statement. You're gonna need the need. So you will
Can you
need like some kind of I always go to the Census Bureau or something like that annual survey they do.
Mhm.
So I usually kind of get facts from there, or if you know somebody in the city of Detroit that can give you a lot of facts. Like I get a lot of my details in like education, early education, family, and income.
Mhm.
Ebony, could you list that out?
Yes. You
And
said send out the template?
yeah,
Yes, I would love to send out the template to you ladies. And I would actually, I am in need of some clients for a first grant writing class, like, or a beginner's grant writing class. I
Mhm.
I want to host it. I'm getting my schedule together for February so I can open it up to February.
Mhm.
So if you ladies want to get together and be my first cohort, I would love that.
Yes.
well,
Yes.
Queen,
Question, is it just for nonprofits or is it also for for-profit businesses as
No,
well?
so I am a for-profit, and I got my certification in like 2016 through Wayne County, just like on a whim, taking a grant writing class because I had extra money through the government, and I wrote my first grant for Solidarity, and then my big grant I wrote last year got me $15,000 through DTE, and we shut down the DTE plant. So it yeah, so it could be for profit or nonprofit. I actually just wrote my first nonprofit one this year, January.
What's solidarity?
Solidarity is a energy, social energy organization.
Solar energy.
Solar energy. Thank you,
Oh,
teacher.
okay.
Solar
Okay.
energy um company in Highland Park.
Yes.
Oh, okay. It's a company. Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
And they do beautiful things. They do beautiful things. They really specialize in providing like solar panel street lights.
Yep, you remember, I don't know if you remember in Highland Park, they cut the lights off or something
Yeah.
in the area.
Yeah.
Mama
Solidarity
Shoe.
helped out.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. Mama Shoe received some funding and products from that company as well. She works in partnership with that company as well.
That's a
Solidarity.
Black-owned company, isn't it?
And yes, I was just gonna
Is
say,
that
and it's a
by
Black-owned company.
Raj. I can't think of his name, but I know the owner of that company because he's a Landmark graduate as well.
Okay, yeah, so
Ebony, what's your phone number?
yes, my phone number is 313-465-2420.
2420. I'm gonna put it in the chat, honey.
Say it again, 313-465.
2420.
Thank you.
Yeah, so in
Mama
this
Evelyn,
class, I
she has
want to
a
do the
question.
different. Yes, Miss Mama Evelyn, how are you?
Fine, Ebony,
Your
how are you?
beautiful self,
Oh, I am
girl.
so excited because I don't know if you heard when I talked about this morning how my daughter Sheena went off on DTE yesterday.
As
Well,
she
off on the
should.
representative who got an earful because Sheena was going way there. She said, I might as well go out and sell pee, because I'm getting effed either way it go. I mean, she was right. And she just handed me the phone because she couldn't stand it. But that's what, because her house, we were looking at solar panels. And I know that there was these things popping up on YouTube about, oh, see if you qualify for the free solar panels, but you're paying $100 a month. And I'm like, that don't sound too cool.
How
But
you
to
save
go
the
with a
money and you
black
paying?
company, I would love to know about solar panels from somebody who I know cares about us.
Yes, solidarity is where it's at. And if you Google black owned woman solar panels, there is a woman, I can't recall her name because I've seen her on like a talk show, that is a black owned company that she is an owner of solar panels, like a solar panel farm.
Okay. Yes, because like I said, I want to the studio out back, I want solar panels on there.
Yes, and any
And I
way to
want Sheena to
conserve
put
energy
solar
is where
panels
it's
on this
at.
house so we can the DTE can be buying energy from us.
I really want a solar panel daycare,
Yeah.
a resource hub, but my daycare outside.
Wow.
And I'm fluctuating between, I'm looking at all the options because it's like you can get it built, like with regular wood, I'm talking about my studio, or like your daycare, or like Mama Shu she's got the connects for the containers. But there's a lot of work to put into those too. But to probably have the structure already there and you're just doing the finishing, shoring up of it, sounds good too. And I like the fact of repurposing something rather than cutting down some more trees.
Yes.
So
or bamboo. I'm learning more about bamboo.
Oh, I love bamboo.
And the importance of bamboo over our natural tree products.
Yes, I love bamboo.
Miss
Juanita? Juanita?
Yes, the solidarity. Is there someone who could talk to our church members about, like take a look at the land that we have and tell us, like how we could do a solar farm? We got a lot of land at the top of the land. We got a huge park, like about 2 blocks of land. Yeah.
That's a lot of space, 2 blocks. That's a lot of acres.
Yeah, we got a lot of land. Our pastor bought the whole block that was behind our church when they were tearing all the houses down. It was right attached to the land we already own for our church. So yeah, and I mean, we do use it for a lot of summer events. But I think it will be worth considering us doing a part of it as a solar farm, because we do need another income stream because we are very small, labor intensive congregation. So is there someone who will be able to talk to us and walk the land and give us some recommendations?
Yeah, that would be the people at Solidarity. And also if you call the Sierra Club, they are based in Detroit off of Cass. They are an environmental justice organization. They can come out and help assess you with that as well. They can also give you resources on like soil testing, if the land needs to be tested, air testing and things like that, your water testing, lead testing and things like that, just to make sure, all your percentages are right with the usage of that land, to make sure it's safe to use and not contaminated.
Yeah.
You got contacts for Solidarity and the Sierra Club by chance, please?
I can Google it.
Ebony's phone number is in the chat.
Yeah.
To contact you, Ebony.
Yes. Yes, and I could contact you with Rhonda Anderson at the Sierra Club, and then I think her name is Shamika or Shakimia. I can't pronounce. I know her. I know her face, so I have to get her information off my email as far as the contact for Solidarity.
I think I got your number. Did I call and leave you a voice message or something at one time when I went over to the
Yeah,
Divine
when you went to,
Artistry Lounge?
Oh yeah, probably either me or
Yeah.
Adriana for the Divine Artistry Lounge.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name I met. I
Malik.
got up in there. Huh?
Malik.
Was that Malik?
Either Malik or Mr. Brown.
Okay. Tall, slim young man.
Oh,
I
Malik.
can't- Okay. Yeah, he was really kind. I just happened to be over there and I said, oh, let me see where it is. And I put up in front of this building. I'm like, oh, this might be it. I just knocked on the door and they were really kind of let me go through and check it out. Yeah.
And that's the nonprofit partner I was talking about. We're trying to do after school programming at that building actually.
Awesome. Awesome. I love what y'all are doing. Thank you for bringing that to us. And then I'll text you now so that we can keep the connection to Sierra and Solidarity.
Yes.
All right, love. Thank you.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
I want to get Mama Evelyn's phone number.
oh, sure.
Yes. Can you put Mama Evelyn's phone number in the chat for me? Me too.
I can do it.
Can you say it?
Can you say it? She wants you to say it.
Say what? Oh, okay. It's my phone number is 313-401-1094.
1094. I was so quick to put 01.
Anyway, Ebony, actually, I didn't save your number under your name, so I do need it. I'd have to search through my phone log. I don't even remember what day
It's
that
in the
was.
chat if you can get it, honey.
Oh, Ebony's already in the chat. Okay, thank you, love.
Ebony, I want you to know that I did support you and bring my children. I had my granddaughter and my grandniece. But it was Sunday.
It was supposed to be Saturday, Queen.
I know.
So monthly on Saturdays, the fourth Saturday of the month, we do kids craft, science and craft at the Divine Artistry Lounge. This month is our Black History Month theme for the month. That's why I need Mother Evelyn's number so she can bring her dials and share her knowledge with us this month. And I'm gonna be doing African masks this month.
Oh,
We
nice.
do
Nice.
like different crafts. I handle like parent-child interaction. Then we have one with open-ended activities, and then science is the pretty much focus on all the activities.
Cool, cool.
Oh, wow. That just made me remember that I did, I think it's a Wayne County Community College campus going like near the bridge, but going that way, like past Southwest Detroit. Isn't there?
On 4th Street?
Yeah, but it's like going past, where you get off to get onto the bridge to go to Canada. And I'm pretty sure, who do I call to find out where it was I went? But I did it for 2 years or 3 years. And I bought, because like I said, sometimes I'm very bougie when it comes to crafting. And I like masks made of paper, the paper pulp. I like it. I like the paper mask, not the plastic. And so I did where they made for Halloween. They made I painted them and they just the kids decorated the mask for for Halloween. So dang, I just gave Mama Nuili, like I just gave her a whole bunch of masks. You know, so maybe you can reach out to her because they're already painted. And I had to buy them from China because they were like 99 cents a piece. You couldn't beat that, you know. So that's a good idea. And then you just cut them and decorate them and ooh.
What's her name again?
Who? Oh,
You said Nawi.
Nuili.
That's on the show. She used to do the Thursday show.
I put Thursday by her name so I can remember.
Yeah. She probably got I had quite a few left.
Yeah.
But yeah. See, who do I call? I need to find out where I did that. And I didn't take
Who
pictures.
took you? You remember who took you? Who drove you there?
My friend's daughter drove me there one time. I am attempting to think who took me there before. Wow, it is not coming to me. Yeah, now I'm gonna have to think about that. Who got me that gig? It had to be in Gia. To be. I'm gonna call her and find out.
Ebony Nawili's number is in the chat.
Thank you, ladies, because I was gonna use my Cricut and some cardstock and just cut it on out and let them have at it.
Can you please repost Ebony's number? I had to sign back in, and so I lost the chat. Please, thank you.
Ebony, what kind of work do you do now, where you're at?
I am living my dreams, ladies. I am the home-based parent educator at Wayne Metro.
Wow.
Yes, I am on, Wayne Metro Head Start. I am the parent educator. Actually, Wayne Metro is offering and looking for web developers or content creators or managers to manage their website right now. They email
Okay, that's exactly what I do. So
is that
and like today,
Danielle.
this beautiful 6-degree day, I'm like, you know what? I really would rather be in the comfort of a 75-degree home of mine, working on the computer, but I'm here. So Ebony, I will be contacting you because one of my speaking of content creating, I actually got a brand to reach out to me on TikTok to do a collaboration this morning. So when I get off, I'll go home and actually figure that out. But that's a sidebar. Ebony, I'll be contacting you about that content creation and website. Yep.
Yes, and if you need any resources from Wayne Metro, feel free to let me know so I can refer you. We have free tax prepping right now going on. We have utilities, help with utilities. I heard Mama Evelyn mention something about talking to DTE. So if you go on waynemetro.org, their site, and type in program, they'll give you an application to all the programs that are available at Wayne Metro.
But aren't those for like low income?
Put it in the chat. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're gonna say.
But they also refer you if you do not qualify.
Okay. I'll let Sheena know. Let her do the work.
With the option of gathering resources for my parents. So I have a list of other resources outside of Wayne Metro.
So let's go back to Ebony. Let's go back to those who are interested in your class, in your pilot program, right?
Yes.
for grant writing. So if you ladies could put in the chat if you are interested, I'm gonna put my name, let's see, I'm gonna put Ebony's grant writing
So
program.
to clarify, it's not, I understood, because I'm gonna reach out to her, but Ebony, clarify, you're looking for people that you can help write a grant for them for their business, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So are we learning how to, or how to
She's gonna
write it, or you're gonna write it?
No, I'm gonna teach you how to write it. I just had that hiccup just previously with my first group of people. I
Mhm.
want to teach, and I ended up, some of them didn't make it because they wanted me to write it
Mhm.
themselves. And I think I'm gonna have to charge a different fee for that because it's very time consuming.
Yes,
to do
yes,
that.
yes.
So is there gonna be a fee for this for you to teach us?
I'll take a charitable donation would be nice. I don't want to charge you ladies like that. That's just y'all
So
offer me so much, and y'all have been blessing me for so much. So any donation you can provide, I would appreciate.
Do you have a cash app?
Ebony,
Yes, I do.
Ebony,
Yes,
Ebony,
ma'am.
let's talk.
This the Aquarius thing in me.
Yeah, and me too, me too. And
I knew it was coming.
what
Oh
you're,
my goodness.
yeah, what you're giving, because I have to deal with myself about that. But what you're giving, you will enable us to bring much money forever. And I don't care with you if it's $25, if it's 50, if it's 100, if it's 500. I think that you should say, because this is this is where I am as an Aquarian. You bless me, and then and it's like she only gave $5, you know. So, you know, we can make it reasonable. But I think that you should put an amount on there so that people know what to, you know, that's my opinion on this.
Yeah. So ladies, can you help me with my pricing when it's time?
Yes, we'll talk. Because we don't even
Thank
know how
you.
many days it's going to be, and all that. And you know, like you said, you've already experienced it. And then they wanted you to do it anyway. But you know, what is your price for doing it? If I want you to do it, and then if I take the class, what would that entail? Because I want you to think it out instead of just, you know, feeling one way or another. Somebody else gives you, you know, $500 because they appreciate. And then that is also, you know, based on if a person, you know, their financial situation, they come to you with that, then you negotiate around that. That's just my suggestion. And then there's always that, like I said, there's that negotiation. I don't have it. Can I pay it in different amounts and stuff? And then here's the other thing that Danielle was telling me about, and I found out another one where, like Sezzle, if let's say you said it's $100. Well, if you go through Sezzle, you put that on there, they'll give you the whole $100. And then all I will have to do is pay $25 up front, and the other 75, if they'll break it into payments.
Thank you for that. I was trying to figure out how to do that to make it make sense.
There's another one that I saw on GoDaddy. When I went to the checkout, there's another company that does the same thing.
They make websites as well, don't they?
Yeah,
Well,
well,
GoDaddy,
you can make your own website. It's like, it's like Wix. You know, but you can pay for your website. I mean, your name, your domain name, you can check
Okay.
if it's available, and they have a platform for you to create your website. I use Wix for mine. But, you know, I still, like yesterday, that I had to deal with that. So the Everett is under, I bought it under GoDaddy,
Okay.
but I pointed to Wix.
Ladies,
Make my website on Wix.
Wix is the website.
I was just introduced to a site. I'm learning about it, but it's a platform sort of like GoDaddy where you can create your own website. But you can create as many websites as you want. You can have as many, just a lot of features, and there's a monthly fee to it. But you can create as many websites, and it's all, I can send you the link information that you guys can check it out, but it's more reasonable than GoDaddy and Wix and everything, but it does the same thing for you.
yeah, Wix, you can have as many websites, you can create as many websites under Wix platform as well.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how GoDaddy works, because I like Sheila, I only use GoDaddy to go purchase the domain site. If you ever come up with an idea or you're create a new business in creation, the moment you register your business with the state of Michigan and get your LLC or whatever, go and purchase business name immediately, or check and see if the business name is available via website first before you register with the state, because that website is the domain name is such heavy real estate that if you can't find it, to tie your business together, you might want to just, keep searching for a domain name that fits the name of your business so that everything ties and correlates together. I had a dance teacher that lost her domain name because she didn't keep up paying the yearly annual fee. And when she went back to go try to retrieve it, somebody has taken it as soon as because it's like real estate, as soon as it become available and they think you popular. This happened to Harold too. Princess Mediha, the person that was holding her website domain name wanted $15,000 for her to get it back. Harold actually lost Harold's place because he wasn't paying attention to renewing the domain name, and the person holding it wants him to pay $10,000 to get his domain name back. So once you do get the domain names, make sure you keep up, you have to pay annual. It's only like less than $10, if that much, just to keep your name registered.
Or you can buy, or you can pay for it for 5 years.
Yeah, you can pay it for up to like 5 years, but like if you lose it, you lose. Somebody would snatch it up just like a real estate agent, and then if they think your business is popular, you happening and all this other stuff, they'll try to charge you an astronomical amount just for you to get your domain name back.
Yeah, how they get money, Jacqueline, is you need to go pro in order to do these. And then on another level, if you start selling on your website, then there's a charge for that. That's how they start off with. It's free. You can get as many as you want. But then when you need something, that's when they start, it's
charge you.
Yeah, they make money on the hosting, they make money on the apps and the stuff. You can create a basic website, but once you actually start making it look a bit more professional, those professional tools and everything that makes everything pop, that's where they get their money from.
Now with my new ones, I don't go to GoDaddy. These were my old ones. But since I do everything on Wix at this point, I just purchased my domain name through Wix. But at first they didn't have that. So GoDaddy was the big daddy. But I always go to GoDaddy to see what's available. Danielle's absolutely right. I always check out whatever the name is. I'll go to GoDaddy and see if it's available. And if it's not available, can I modify it? Can I put an S on it? Put a the something? But then the other thing that I do, sisters, is whatever that is, and this is not available, I will go to that website and see what they are doing. Because some things, it's the same thing that you're doing. You don't want to get something that is so close that they stay with them. You want to go and, oh, that's totally different. They would still look for me if I put an S on it, you know, something like that. You want to always check and see if it's active. If it's not active, okay. So, and depending on how simple it is, like if you use a word that is very, very, very popular, then it, you know, to get that might cost you $1,500 to get that. Or if it's only three letters, real popular, then they're going to charge a lot of money. And they'll say why this word is very popular. So they're going to charge more for that. So remember those things as well. Mama Evelyn?
I just had a question. Because I got the paperwork, but I got it late and mine had expired this past year. Can we do that online? Do you have to go in there, or does it have to be by snail mail?
And where? Go in where?
To get to re-register my domain name, my doing business as name.
You should be able to do it online.
Okay.
You can do it online.
Yeah, it's hard to get anything that you can walk in and get a person nowadays.
Right.
And once you do it online, it's locked. So you can do it online.
Okay. Does anybody know the website for that?
What, to register a domain?
To register, yeah, my doing business, because I had a doing business as, yeah, and so not the domain. I have because Danielle helped me with it. I have a GoDaddy website.
Okay, so you're talking about registering your business.
Yeah, well, because I've already had, you know, the doing business as name that I have, Phenomenal Woman. I want to get that, you know, reinstate that. So
you go to michigan.gov.
Okay.
And then just follow the steps and and sometimes that's not easy either. So they have you going all over the place. But yeah, go to michigan.gov and businesses.
Okay.
And
I'll post
what you want.
I'll post the link because I'm there.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Are you saying something, Ebony? No, somebody else was saying.
Nope, I'm writing down y'all names, ladies.
When it comes to GoDaddy, so not only do I own my domain name through GoDaddy, my website. So I run everything through GoDaddy. So it's a one-stop shop for me.
Wix is as well.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying Wix is as well.
You can run everything through both of them. What I did is, and it was even before I registered, I did exactly what Danielle said. Before I registered my name with the state of Michigan, I locked up my name every which way you can lock it down. So I own all of them. And then that way no one can do exactly what Queen said, come in and go, well, if I change this or if I change that. So I knew that once I registered it with the state of Michigan, I'd covered all the bases.
So when you're saying that you locked them all down, are you speaking of .org, .com,
Oh no, I have it as I have it as a .com because you can decide if you want it as a .org, a .net, or what have you. I wanted personally it to be a .com because I knew that I was creating the website. So at the same time, and I knew after I created it that I was also submitting the paperwork in for the company to be an LLC. So I made sure that the name was available on GoDaddy
But when you
before.
said, when you say you locked it down,
When I say I locked it down,
what does that mean?
both of my companies are, it's Precious Night Events, and then it's Precious Night Event Management. When I say I locked it down, I locked down both names both ways.
Precious Night Events and Precious Night Management.
Yeah, I purchased it. Yes, I purchased
Yeah,
it. So I have both of them. So no one else can come behind and create anything off of that. Make sense?
Makes sense.
Yeah. Now, let me ask this. Can you, I'm asking anybody, can you, okay, so Precious Night Events. If I went in, I may not own the name, but can I own the website? Can I create a preciousnightevents.org, preciousnightevents.info, check preciousnightevents.
No, GoDaddy's gonna run it up and they're going to say that name's already been purchased. It already exists.
The name or the dot so-and-so.
They will say it already, the name already exists. And then if they run it through their system, they're going to say it exists because it is an existing company through the state of Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because the one thing I did was got legal advice before I did it, because I was just going to keep it as a DBA. And what I was told is, as a DBA, yeah, it may be your name, but somebody can still come and take that over and create a company. So that was the reason why I created it as an LLC and didn't keep it as a DBA, because they said somebody could still come and grab it.
Okay, so let me interrupt you right here. So Everette.com, I just put in here in GoDaddy Everette.co.
Okay.
And it says your domain is available. Those are two different countries. The internet and the state are two different countries. That's what I'm saying, where it'll say when you register your name as far as the internet, where you live on the internet, you have to, that's why I say that it'll say you want .org and .so-and-so, get all three of these so that nobody can come in, because I could put Everette.org. I'm gonna change that from code to org, and they have a lot of different things now. Yep, Everette.org is available on the world of the internet. Now you can't, well, even if I put Everette.org as far as the state, it would be available, org. So that's why I was saying that you locked it down. They could get it in other ways. That, you know, because one letter could change that.
Because even with her getting the LLC, that's LLC in Michigan.
Right, it's not right. In order for me to, because I also had that conversation, which is also in the works. In order for me to lock it down that nobody else, like say in Texas, can get it, I now have to become a corporation.
Yeah, so there's a lot, yeah. Because you could go around getting something.
Right, but if I wanna lock it up, that nobody else anywhere else gets the name, and I own the name, I now have to turn the company into a corporation.
But like Queen was saying, on the internet,
right.
your .com is yours, but as you're saying, somebody can come in and do a .org or something else and claim it from you.
Right, so, that's true. But once you become a corporation, it's just like you can't go on and wherever and say, we'll use Pepsi and say, okay, I want to create a Pepsi.org. because they're a corporation. But she's right. As long as it's in any other country that, you know, that you could name whatever, but that you could create the .org or what have you. So yeah, I would have to purchase the .org and the .net and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put Pepsi.org. We might, it says, okay, it says the domain is taken, but they went through and got all of that.
They went through, they got all of that. They've also trademarked their name.
There it is right there. That's the word I want you to see.
They have trademarked their name every which way but loose. So you cannot use anything that says Pepsi.
So that's how you lock it down. You got to trademark that.
Trademark it.
Yeah, you have to do all of that. That's why I said I've been having these conversations. You have to cover all of that to keep anybody from using your name.
Yeah, Sister Locks. Well, let's go here. Sister Lock. I'm gonna put the S, Sister Locks.
So it's almost like, just as a rule of thumb, if you can, and it's really, them domain are like 99 cents a piece. Just go ahead and lock them all up. The .com, the .org, the .net, because you never know if, as your vision expands, you may actually use those later on down the line. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking I'm upgrading because I need to do my doing business as, but I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade my business to an LLC, because a friend of mine said it's just $50 to register through the state of Michigan. So while we talking about doing these DBAs, just upgrade to the LLC. That way, at least the LLC will actually, you know, keep you protected, and it separates you from your business. Because remember, it's time for us to separate ourselves from our business. We are the face of our business, but we're not our business. So Danielle Claxton needs to be separated from Blooming Lotus Wellness, two separate entities, and then start treating my business as a whole separate person and entity, as opposed to, you know, I am my business. I'm not. I am, but I'm not.
Yeah.
Can we get some more information on trademarking?
Yeah, we need to get a pro in here for that. Because Sister Locks, as popular as Sister Locks is, I'll put Sister Locks, I know that Sister Locks with a S.com, they got that .org and all that. So I put in here sisterlocks.co. That's available. It's $280, but it is available. So when you want to lock it down and use that phrase, that term, and Sister Locks is trademarked, but I could very easily and just say without the M, sisterlocks.co, and create a whole website about my locks, about how I do it and stuff. So yeah, it would be great to have a trademark person come in, and then we can ask them all kind of questions about, you know, what we're doing and how to protect our companies. Okay. All right, we are at 10:09, and I want to thank everybody for.
And I think they've been using the red things, but mostly it has been the same. Yeah. Especially, it's kind of weird because it's like it's wintertime. There's no reason why we should be seeing all this.
Are you talking to us, Danielle? Are you talking to us or somebody else?
Yeah, she was talking to somebody else.
Okay, good. Okay, Deitra, you want to close us? Or you have anything else?
Okay, all right. I just want to say once again, thank you all for joining this call today. It was wonderful. You know, it was special for me because I had my family, my ex-family, whoever was associated with me was here, and definitely my sons who were close to me. So it was nice, and I'm glad you asked questions and got involved, and I'm going to do some follow-up stuff. You know, my son said, "Ma, I want to make sure I call that man with the I think that, yeah, right, my teeth, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that, and I just want to say thank you, you know, for being present. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
It's nice to see the
tonight.
faces.
What'd you say, Evelyn?
I say it was nice to see the faces of the gentlemen you've been talking about all the time.
Yes, right.
Yeah, that was some good eye candy too.
Oh,
Yeah, they're very
good.
handsome. They're very handsome. I'm like,
I don't want no
whoa.
sugar highs though, no sugar.
Let me mention that I did invite Bernard to participate in the Laughs Marketplace, or at least to take a look at it and see if he wants to do that. But also, I'm wondering if we want to follow up with him about possibly vendoring for the conference, or do we want to just keep it to female vendors?
Oh, it's
Or
for
what?
everybody. It's for everybody in all ages.
Okay,
Okay, that's good to know.
so I don't know if you want to follow up with him on that, Deitra, or if you want me to do that as a part of the outreach to the vendors in general.
Well, you know, in a way, I want stuff to come from outside of me. So if you can do it, or whoever you want,
Okay,
it's
yeah, when we do the vendors outreach, when Sheila's ready for that, then yeah, I'll make sure he's on the list.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Lily-
you.
Lily B, did you have something to say besides that wonderful saying?
Oh, no, that was all I was saying, and I wanted to say hey to everybody, and I miss y'all.
You too. We miss you too.
We miss you too. Something about your smile, Lily B. Your smile lightens, brights up my day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
so Queens, Wednesday, tomorrow, it's my birthday, it's my Earth Day. And so I posted in there, and I actually sent each one of you your personal invitation.
Yes, I received it. Thank you.
So join
I
on any
received
one
it,
of
thank you.
them. In the morning, my grandson is he has been recruited by a college, and he has his first well, how Fame explained to me is like a like if Pepsi was to where he's some company's representative.
Okay.
So tomorrow in the morning, I won't be there. Star will be opening up. I will be listening. They're gonna have the hat of that college, and they will be flipping the hat from the college that they've been that they're going to go to. So I'm
nice.
He's a wonderful young man. He's a great leader. In the football, basketball, he's always leader. I told him, you know that comes from your grandma. Okay, all right. And so I will be with him, and then I'll be celebrating online tomorrow at 9 o'clock, 9 to 11. We're gonna have a party like we did with Mama Evelyn. We will be partying and celebrating, and then what was it? The next day would be, and I want to talk to Mama Raziya about coming over there, I think Thursday, to eat, because I know she will prepare food that I can eat, like that mock turkey.
Yes.
And all of that. And so if you want to join, once I talk to her and say it's on, I will let you all know. I'm not letting everybody know that if you want to join over there. And I'm gonna I will be performing on Sunday at Sky Covington's jam session. My husband will be back, and we get down. Okay.
All right.
I ain't playing. Those musicians come through there, and those singers, and we get down. So and then what was we doing? So Saturday evening at my shop, we're gonna party down. We're gonna dance and just celebrate. So there it is. That's my 70th birthday. I did 9 o'clock on tomorrow night because I have family in California and friends, and so please join in on any of them. And so tonight I would like to meet with the leaders of the groups so that we can formulate some stuff. I haven't talked to you all each group in a while, and we're going to start focusing on the show on the Tuesday nights, as well as, you know, what we're going to be doing with the social media. What's wonderful is that Danielle, myself, and Kiki are going to be working with like 30 youth. And Danielle's going to be teaching social media. So we are definitely going to have them include promoting the show. I'm doing event planning. So those young people are going to be helping to promote the show as well. They want us to do the Juneteenth, to create a big event for Juneteenth. So yeah, so there. So tonight.
I'm sorry, have you already selected the youth that will be participating, or is it open for others to join in, for other youth?
Maji is over the schools. And it's not just the one school, it's over several schools, and I don't know what those schools are. I will find out. But yeah, it's just a big, wide open thing for after school programs. And I can find out from him what schools it is. He's on the east side, and he's at Barack Obama Leadership Academy.
Okay, because I'd like to find out if it would be open for me to invite any of the youth from my church. I don't know if they would have time. You know, these kids are so busy. So I'd like to find that out.
I'll ask him what schools are involved, and if they're not in any of those schools, can they still sign up for it?
Great, thank you.
Sheila, excuse me. I'm sorry, my voice sounds a little funny. I have pneumonia right now. But anyways, so, hold on, y'all. Here I go. Okay, I'm back. So what I wanted to know was, now we're running the programs in the school. The programs that they're going to be implementing in the school for the after school programs. So for programs, do they have everybody? Do they have all the do they have all the programs they want to run?
No.
Okay.
So you want to come in and do waist beads and that whole thing, just call Maji. And Maji's very cultural. Very.
Okay. Is the number in the chat?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Excuse my voice, everybody.
You know what? And because we're about to go off and the chat will be gone, I'll text it to you, baby, directly.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. Hey, Mama Evelyn, you was looking so cute, girl, on that photo. I just wanted to let you know I seen you.
Yeah, can you put it in the WhatsApp for everybody? Because
I sure will. Yes,
please,
yeah,
thank
I
you.
will.
Thank you.
All right, give yourself a big hug. Leadership tonight, 7 o'clock, and then we're going to start directly working on the event, all the different pieces. But right now, hug yourself and hug the world. And sprinkle all goodness and love and happiness and joy and fun to everyone. And our healing prayers are out for both of you, Jacqueline, as well as Lily B, and anyone else who needs it. Love you. Peace out.
Love you all.